Forget about it, so we'll see as we start going through.
okay.
Okay, Jeff, tell
Kinda
us the
lazy like that.
damage.
All right, come on over here where you can see the pictures.
Okay?
First of all, I'll send the completed report to the same email address that I sent the contract to.
Okay, that's
A
me.
lot of information in there, so read through the whole thing. But we're gonna go over right now just stuff that needs to be fixed or serviced in some way or another. Any of this stuff you wanna see, you need me to explain more, whatever, we can talk about it as much as you need.
Okay.
Okay? On the side of the house over here, this outlet was added and it doesn't have GFI protection. Do you know what that is?
What does, no, I don't.
You see the red and black reset buttons in your bathrooms and your
Oh,
kitchens
yep,
and
yep,
stuff?
yep, yep.
That's required for all your exterior outlets as well. And that was something that somebody added. It wasn't part of the original build. And
So is that a hazard that it could,
potentially, it's only a hazard if you're plugged into it using like a yard trimming tool or something that could shock you. As it sits, it's not a hazard.
so in other words, we shouldn't use it unless we put this,
GFI.
Right, and it's a real. If you have an electrician do it, it's like $75, but the part is $14. And it's a pretty simple change out.
okay.
You could use it if you're, if you got good shoes on. Don't walk out there barefoot and plug things in and stuff like that. So, and don't
Gotcha.
have the sprinklers on there. So, it's
Do
one
they
of
have
those.
sprinklers?
They do.
Yeah,
They were working
where's-
too. I got all wet when I went out there to check to see
Oh,
if that was vented. Patio cover has a lot of damage to it. Some of it looks like termite, and other parts of it looks like maybe just moisture damage. But it's a good possibility that whole thing's going to need to be rebuilt. Anytime I see moisture damage and or wood destroying organisms of any sort, I've got to defer it to a termite inspector.
Yeah.
Because I'm technically not even allowed to say termites
Sure,
in my report. So
sure.
I've got to suggest you have that thing checked out.
We have an appointment tomorrow.
Okay.
And also, Canyon View does what's called a resale checklist, and I believe that they called that out, so it would definitely come back on her.
Okay,
So I just need to verify that I can get a copy of the resale checklist.
good to know. Thank you.
Roof's in good shape. Just have to clean your gutters. That'll be an ongoing maintenance type issue, especially with all the trees in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Once a year at least, you want to clean those out. So
And
they can-
I'm sorry, I'm such a novice at this. I've never owned a
No
home
worries.
before. So can we hire people to come
You can.
do that, or do like people get up on the roof and do it themselves?
You can do that too. They actually make a wand that you can buy at Home Depot or Lowe's where you can do it from the ground.
Oh.
Hooks to the end of a hose and it's got a hook to it. So you turn it on, it's got a high pressure
It's just
spray.
like a water irrigation kind of a
Yeah,
deal.
and you just walk down there and kind of spray it out towards
We
the
went and put covers.
Yeah, you can put leaf guards on there.
Yeah,
There's
not
a lot
with
of
that leaf filter company. They are a rip off. They're
They charge a lot of money for
oh,
what they give you.
$9,000.
But it's a
like a
lifetime
free-
guarantee.
Look how
Big-
pretty that side of the hill is, though.
Yeah.
I
But
love it.
yeah, at least once a year you want to get in there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, those gutters are just useless.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. This is inside your main electrical panel. Down here at the bottom, there's a couple of openings that need to be sealed up. Those are like 35-cent caps. But all this shiny stuff is live, it'll bite you. So better off letting an electrician do it if you're not comfortable
Yeah,
with
I'm
electricity.
definitely not.
Also in that panel, when the cover's on, there's this one void here that needs to be sealed up. Same kind of thing, just a snap-in cap that goes in there.
Okay.
For your fireplace, it is a wood-burning fireplace. For all intents and purposes, it looks fine. This bar here is your damper control arm, and it's bent to the point where you can't close the damper now. So you can replace that, you can try and straighten it out, whatever. You just want to get it so that it's functional. So
What is a damper?
damper, there's a flue that allows the smoke to go out. The damper closes off, so if you're not using it, you're not losing energy from the house.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, you'll feel it.
You'll feel it.
So
Correct.
is it open right now, or
Yes.
it's permanently shut?
It's open,
Okay.
which is the better way to have it if it's broken.
Because then you can still use the fireplace if you want.
Exactly.
But all your air conditioning is going outside.
Not all of it, but you're losing some, yes.
Okay.
Because there is doors on them, right?
Right, yep.
Yeah.
Talked about this gray pipe, that's polybutylene. This is the only fitting that I can see that's been leaking at some point. But it's all throughout the whole house, this gray stuff.
Now, is this something that they're responsible for?
Well, that's up to you guys to decide. This is all stuff that can be negotiated one way or another. You may ask for it, and they may just tell you no. My job is just to find everything I can and throw it at you and walk away.
Yeah.
And to recap our conversation
You're
prior to recording the video, it's your recommendation that we have either a full repipe.
I have to recommend. My insurance doesn't allow me to recommend anything other than a full repipe.
Okay.
So if I give you any other advice beyond that, I'm taking it on myself. So having said that,
Full repipe.
Yeah.
That's what you recommend.
right, there are people in the area that will do it differently, even though I can't recommend that.
Understood.
Okay. Your water heater, it's got a drain pan underneath it, but it doesn't have a drain pipe installed on it. So this needs to be uncapped drain pipe to the exterior, please.
So where does the water go?
Well, it would just stand in that pan if it were to leak, and it would eventually spill over.
Spill
So,
over.
Right,
Okay. And that's the water heater.
correct,
And that's a discharge pipe.
correct. Kitchen sink faucet needs to be secured properly. It feels like they actually installed it improperly. There's a series of lock nuts and washers that go on that thing, and if they're put in the wrong order, when you tighten it up, it locks it in place. You can't swivel it, and I think that's what happened because that's what it feels like. So it needs to be reworked. So when they say it's fixed, just make sure you can still swivel it. If it can't be swiveled, then it's not fixed properly. When they installed the drain lines,
Okay.
yeah, checking it out. When a drain line comes off the disposal, it has to go downhill first, and then it can go horizontal. Right here is the same elevation that the plate is spinning, and so everything kind of gets pushed along and doesn't drain real well, and that'll cause obstructions, and it'll also damage your disposal over time. So that drain line install needs to be corrected.
So this pipe needs to kind of come out on an angle like that.
We're not looking at this rubber one here. We're looking at the white
Oh,
one.
sorry.
Yeah, the white one should have a 90-degree
Oh,
down.
you
and then
mean
go
where the
horiz-
red box is?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. That's kind of what those are for. I can put an arrow on there too if you want.
You know, I think.
How about an arrow on each corner?
Yeah, I think we got it.
Flashing.
Right. Your range, there's supposed to be a bracket on the back that would keep it from tipping forward. It's a child safety type device. It wasn't installed.
And we have never seen one installed.
97, 98% of them don't have them. I find them on rare
But
occasions.
being that
She
you do
will
have
probably-
little ones,
Oh, the boy is just destructive.
see if he were to come and stand on that,
He would. He does it to the dishwasher.
it would pull forward.
Yeah. So it's a good idea to if that's something that you know might
Anchors
happen.
it to the wall.
Yeah, because if you have something boiling on there or something and it tips, obviously that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Sure,
The
sure.
part is like $9. It comes any place that sells these will have one, and it just bolts to the floor. Super simple.
Okay.
Hallway bathroom, that toilet, it's really loose on the floor. Needs to be secured properly.
What about up here?
It's cosmetic. I mean,
Oh,
it's
is it?
yeah.
It's not, you're not cosmetic?
No.
So you're just with like inner workings.
Right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's I didn't notice that ever.
Got a nice
until-
sharp edge on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've they've destroyed the countertop. Is that cosmetic?
Well, they've destroyed it in your opinion, and their opinion is perfect.
I guess it could be very subjective.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I would consider it cosmetic, yes. Yeah, had they put a toilet with the proper height tank, it would have been fine. That was it though, I think. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
So nothing terribly substantial, the water piping being the most substantial, simply because of the potential costs.
And can you please go over the cracks in the ceiling and how?
Those are all relatively common, what I refer to as stress fractures. You do have movement, especially in these homes, because of the fact that they're on a raised foundation. Your crawl space was actually really dry, which is good. So there hasn't been any uplifting or anything like that. So any movement might have been like little tremors or something. This one was just never repaired properly.
Yeah.
If you repair these properly, they almost never return.
Okay.
But the proper repair is to actually sand it down to the drywall and tape the joint and then retexture.
And if we're gonna retexture, we might as well take away the popcorn ceilings anyway.
Yeah, it'll be difficult because it's been painted. And so once it's been painted, it's really hard to get rid of because it turns into almost concrete.
Yeah.
So you're almost better off putting another sheet of drywall, like a piece of 3/8 drywall over the top, and then retexturing the whole
Oh
thing.
my God.
It's not as big a deal as you would think, but it would be cheaper than trying to remove it at this point.
Yeah.
You can even, they'll even put a coat right over the top of this. The problem is because it's been painted, that top coat will have a tendency to flake off over time.
Okay.
You've got some, like, around their windows too, same kind of thing.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I was seeing that over there. There's like a little crack too.
All normal, nothing structurally significant.
So
Your
they
jacks
just
are
have to
all-
be repaired properly.
Yep.
And like in the hallways the same,
Mhm.
the cracks in
Yeah,
the bedroom.
and all the cracks, it just hasn't been maintained like it should have been.
Mhm.
You know, at the 10-year mark, any home, even a stick-built home, you're gonna have cracks that you have to maintain periodically. And when you do it right once, and generally they won't come back to the same spot, but they'll reappear in other spots. Because all houses move to
Right,
some degree.
especially out here.
Yep, where our earth dances occasionally.
How'd the jacks look?
They're all good. They almost look new.
Good.
because It's
That's
so
a
dry
big
down
thing.
there.
The
That's
jacks.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got support posts.
Oh,
They're like,
underneath
yeah,
it.
it's almost like a jack that you put a car on, one of those triangle steel
Yeah.
jacks. And they're scattered throughout the whole crawl space. And the majority of these units, at some point, those have to be replaced because there's so much moisture in the crawl space. In this case, they're super dry. Your crawl space is super dry, and you can even still see the orange paint on all of them. I mean, you can't, it's not even rust colored.
Nice.
So they're all in good shape.
Yeah, that's good.
That's great.
Mhm.
Okay, let me see what we found. Let's see what probably say it's
Cosmetic.
Possibly.
There's no floor in
That's
the
nice.
closet. Oh, come
It's just
on.
subflooring.
Come on. That's cosmetic when there's no floor.
No floor covering, yes.
Yeah, why? Because that's not. A
Well-
floor is not cosmetic. A floor is,
Well, floor covering is not required.
oh, it's not, so we could have that
You
throughout
could have
the
that
whole
throughout the
house?
house if you wanted to, yeah.
I mean,
Floor-
throughout the whole house,
Sure.
it would be fine?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an aesthetic thing, it's personal preference. Obviously, everybody wants floor covering, but even those type of things are certainly stuff you can get with Rocky about.
Right,
And
okay.
try to address that way. I just can't put it in my report
Right,
as a
okay.
defect.
Okay. All the vents are extremely dirty.
Mhm.
And I'm sure that's cutting in on the airflow and.
Well,
Is that-
it
is
could,
that
but in this
cosmetic?
case, it is. The system's really clean. It's got brand new filters in it. It doesn't look like a lot of dirt has come through.
Yeah,
So most of that dust seems to be from interior circulation kind rather than in the ductwork itself,
so it's not in the ductwork.
based on what I could see
telling
now.
me.
Yeah, you're gonna
Okay.
get, like in your floor vents and stuff, you're gonna have debris
Right,
that you can see,
yeah.
which is somewhat
Yeah,
normal.
and that's clean.
Yeah, and you can,
Yeah.
these things that you just lift right
Yeah,
off
I
and you
know,
can
I've-
vacuum them
I've-
out.
yeah.
Now the vents that you see that are up high, those actually don't even have ducts connected to them.
They're just,
Yeah, Rocky was
saying
explaining
that
it.
Those are just pass-through vents,
Right.
and so that's air circulating, and that's why those are dirty.
Right. Well, I was, there was, yeah, I think in the bathroom, on the ceiling, and they, you couldn't even, all
Oh, the
you see-
exhaust vent?
Yeah, the exhaust
Yeah,
vents.
that was,
and stuff.
and it's functional though, it just needs to be cleaned, the cover needs to be cleaned.
Okay, all right.
It appears Cellar is Swiffer challenged.
Right,
I can't blame her. I am
that's
too.
why they got a Roomba now.
Now, in the hall bath,
Mm-hmm,
the door has put a hole in the wall.
mm-hmm.
Is
Was
that,
it?
is that cosmetic?
Let's see, I didn't see that. Yeah, if it were the whole, like a doorknob size, I would have called it as needed repaired by a qualified professional, but this is cosmetic, that's just the lock. That can be spackled over pretty easy.
Okay.
That would be something for Rocky though, for sure.
I also wanted to address the
Oh.
pet door that they have here, and I know, of course, that's something that they've added.
Right.
But this is intended to be my 2-year-old son's room, who's very adventurous, and I'm sure he'd find a way to get out. I mean,
You can have those completely closed up. I think was this an automatic one?
Yes, it looks like it's got,
What's that?
it's actually here in the bedroom.
Excuse me, in our,
I remember seeing, yeah, so
for repairs.
Yeah.
this one could be locked shut
Explain.
until some point you chose to have it removed and restored.
Yeah.
But basically you replace the drywall on the inside, the
And on
paneling
the
on the
outside.
outside, and put a piece of insulation in there.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I know you can't really, like, but ballpark, like,
Something like that, under 1,000.
okay, so that's not terrible.
No.
Yeah, half baked.
Okay. I mean, I just like this kid will
Find a way.
figure it out. Like
Oh, he
he's.
will. I have one at my house and he's in and out of it all the time.
I just
In
feel
and
like
out.
if this is gonna be his room, like I was
Put a piece
thinking,
of furniture in front
I
of
was
it
gonna
for
put
that.
it, but I'm like, it's right next to the,
Yeah,
it's really close to there.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything structurally when you install those if you install them in the right spot.
sure,
And
yeah,
so
yeah,
you're
yeah,
fine in that respect.
cool.
And they're designed so that they can go between studs, so you don't actually have to cut a stud. So that would be the worst case. If they did cut a stud, you would have to add a vertical post in there,
Okay,
and that would still be under $1,000, like I said.
okay. While I'm in here, I'm just gonna take a quick video of the room.
Jeff, they had questions where the old TV style cabinet is. Where that hutch
This
is.
is Maddox's room.
Can that be pulled out?
Okay, the cat's room.
This whole thing here is not low bearing.
Okay.
It's not.
So this could potentially come out if we
Sure.
wanted to.
Sure.
Okay, that's just weird to have.
That was what they did back then.
I mean, I can see the
Before flat
TV.
screens.
It was a
and they
choice.
took
Yeah.
The back
The
wall off.
back wall off, why would they do that?
Hard to say why they did that. But yeah, that was, this kind of niche was for the old.
Yeah, TV, yeah, I can understand, I
Before
know
flat
houses
screens.
like that, yeah. I know, it's kind of, they didn't take out the bottom, they just took out,
Oh, right.
the bottom's still there. So. Yeah, I can smell the cat right here, real good. There's always room for one more cat. Please, this is a cat lady.
Do we have more on this? Do you want
Yeah, did you wanna?
Now the patio, it has, you said it might have termites, or it does.
Well, he can't.
You can't put tomorrow.
He can't say that.
It looks to me like termites.
Yeah, okay.
There's also a broken pipe outside that leads into the street.
Oh, that area drain?
The
Yeah,
plastic.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a PVC pipe.
Yeah, that's just a drain pipe.
So it's like
It's
whatever.
just yard drainage,
Okay.
so it's not a significant. That one you almost ran over?
Yeah, that one. That's the one. That's the one.
Looks like somebody might have actually.
Yeah, that's. I'm thinking that's exactly what happened because I would. Bye.
And is this cosmetic also the countertop? And she thinks it's beautiful. Okay, I got it. Okay,
Alright.
yep.
So the biggest thing, ultimate,
Kind of weird.
And that really is her responsibility. I mean, normally, that would be or not?
you're not gonna hit the cellar.
No?
No, we put it in there and ask for a monetary credit.
And then we'll just do it.
Any of this is selling too. It's gonna be
This is Moxie's room.
Most likely. And again, it's to damage and get the monetary
Cool vaulted ceilings. Oh, I guess she's a nurse. I was gonna say those are Hawaiian shirts, but they look like scrubs actually. Nice size closet for Miss Mox. I'm sure she'll. Purple walls are cool, but she wants Harry Potter colors in here. Gryffindor for life. This will be the kids' bathroom. They cut out the countertop to accommodate the toilet, which was kind of strange. Little nicks and stuff on the glaze of the tub. Looks like this is an insert. Maybe we could get it reglazed if that's a big deal to us. The drain looks real gnarly. Either getting that replaced or like, you know, got a little hole right here that the inspector said it's not something he would note. Could patch that up. Looks like someone painted these, but not really well. Hi. Okay. Laundry room. But this is gonna be my workspace. We're gonna put a desk right in here. And I'm gonna have my own, look at that view. I'll get to see the fires and the mountain lions coming. But washer and dryer will be right in here. And then I'll be able to work right in there. Great fix. This is master here. Get these huge mirrors, which I'm sure are going to be a pain to clean with the kids. But you can always see what your outfit looks like. Cool storage up there. I don't know what you'd put up there. That's our backyard. They said that we're going to probably have to replace this whole thing. Look at that view. Living in the hills, baby. So nice. There's a cat under here. Little baby. And here is the master bath. So you have a vanity here. In the middle you have a tub that's very small. Maybe one day we could, you know, put something larger here and kind of make use of more of this space. The windows are kind of neat that go over the tub. And then you have a whole other vanity. Built-in cabinets is a linen closet. Toilets there. Again, looks like this is an insert that went in. That shower head is very small, very low. So Rocky was saying that we could get a gooseneck that kind of came up. So Dan and I could have that like not at eye level, look over our heads, should be good. I think that kind of covers a lot of the, I didn't really go into the kitchen very much. I'll do just a little walk through here. This little corner. Lots of cabinets that could act as a pantry. This guy's gonna go. Love these windows here. Put a little like small table there. And I love this, but it looks like it's almost sloping. Jeff says that it's cosmetic though. These are the only drawers in the kitchen, 4 of them, that is it. That's something to think about. I love to paint these or redo the cabinets if possible. One day I would love to get this tile out of here, but for now I think it'll be fine. Windows are beautiful, but we definitely need new window coverings. These are terrible plantation shutters one day. I'll be getting new fixtures too. But I'm gonna stop the video now.